Welcome to another episode of Watch Me Do Family History with Chris Knudsen. Today I'm going to show you how to use Ancestry to search for more records for your ancestors. If you don't already have an Ancestry account linked with FamilySearch, you want to go to the main page on FamilySearch and scroll down to the very bottom. At the very bottom there is a sitemap. You want to click on sitemap and then scroll down to FamilySearch News and Information, and you want to click on Partner Access. So once you click on Partner Access, it's going to tell you a little bit about how there's lots of different organizations that FamilySearch can link with through your FamilySearch account. And one of them is Ancestry. You click Join for free, and then just follow the steps on this page to link to get either a new Ancestry account or link your current account with your FamilySearch account. So today I am working on William Hagedorn. He is the husband of one of my distant cousins, Catherine Elizabeth Allen, and they have 4 children, only one of which we have a spouse linked. But my guess is that a lot of these kids also got married and had other kids. So what we're going to do is we're going to do some searching for more information, starting with William Hagedorn. So here we have William Hagedorn, and let's go ahead and blow this up here. And he was born in 1831. We don't currently have a birthplace. Let's click on see what sources we have here. On sources, we have him in the 1860 census. We have a marriage record from 1860. We have an 1865 New York State census and an 1870 census. So obviously these census records are going to show a birthplace. So let's go ahead and click on one of these. And he was born in New York. So let's go ahead and add that. Birthplace is New York State. And we'll click Save. Okay. Now, we've got these sources right here, and let's see if we can find some more. So if we go to the details page and we go over here, there's a search records page, and if we click on FamilySearch, it's gonna do a search using William Hagedorn. And we've got the marriage record to Catherine E. Allen, which we already have attached. William N. Hagedorn from the 1910 census from Salisbury, Herkimer, New York. This is not the same William Hagedorn. I've done some research on him, and this is a different person, and it is not my William Hagedorn. There's an 1880 census from New York City. This is also not my William Hagedorn. This William Hagedorn is the New York State census from 1865, which we already have attached, where he's living with his spouse, Catherine Hagedorn, and his children, Ellsworth, Anna, and Mary. In the 1900, again, this is the Herkimer William Hagedorn. That's not our Hagedorn. And then there's one living in Indiana, a William Hagedorn living in Indiana. That is not ours. And there's also another William N. Hagedorn living with the wrong parents. This is Gilbert and Mary. Those are not William's parents. Anyway, so as we continue going down this list, we continue to see incorrect Williams. This is our William Hagedorn married to his wife Catherine in the 1860 census, which we already have, and then some additional ones. Cincinnati, Ohio. Keep going down. So wrong William Hagedorns. So we're stuck here if all we have are records from FamilySearch. So that is why we're going to do an Ancestry search. So I'm going to close this record. and I am going to click on Ancestry. Okay, so here we have his marriage record. He was married in the Dutch Reformed Church. We already have this record attached. We already have the 1865 New York State Census where he's living with his family. This is a new one. This is Claverack, New York. That's where they were living in the the Civil War draft registration. So this is a new record that we could attach. Let's go ahead and click on this. Now, if you're doing this on your phone, you have to copy and paste the information into a new source on FamilySearch. So if I go back to William, and I can click on Sources, and I can click at the top, I can click Add a Source. So I can add a new source and just handwrite in everything. Or the nice thing is if you have a group, if the browser you're using is a Google Chrome browser, there is a shortcut that you can use where if you just highlight the information you want to keep and you click on RecordSeek, it's going to bring up creating a source, and I'm going to click, I want to create a source for FamilySearch. So it's linking my account. It's going to have William Hagedorn, the website that it's coming from Ancestry. It's going to describe the record. The highlighted information that I highlighted is what's being kept by this record. And I'm going to click Save Now and Attach Later. So by hitting Save Now and Attach Later, it's going to save it to my source box. Excuse me. So I'm going to go back. We're going to close that window, go back to our original window. And I'm going to go back to William Hagedorn, Sources. Instead of adding a new source, I'm going to attach from the source box. So here we have William Hagedorn and William Hagedorn and the U.S. Civil War Draft Registration Records, and I'm going to attach this to William. And it's going to ask for a reason. I'm not putting a reason because it's obvious that it's him. And then I go back to William's record, and I click Sources, or I'm on Sources, and it's got this new record. Let's check and see. I'm not sure what year this actual record was, but it's I can click on the image to see. So it wants me to put a year when this record was made. July 11th, 1863, you can see here at the bottom of the page. So 1863 is going to be the, I'm going to add that year by clicking the Add button. So enter date, 1863, and I'm going to click on this calendar thing that standardizes it. I'm going to scroll down to the bottom and I'm going to click Save. Okay, so we just added a new record to William Hagedorn, U.S. Census. Now, if you notice, we have William being born in 1831, but we have him deceased, but we don't have a death date. So what we want to do is see if we can find a death date for William. I'm going to go back to the details page, and yeah, so we don't have any details on his death. Let's see if Ancestry has that. So we're going to go back again, and it's reloading this page. And I'm going to go back one more to the previous search list. So here we have the marriage record, the 1865 state census, the Civil War draft registration, an 1860 census where he's living with his wife, and then a 1900 census from Herkimer, the wrong William Hagedorn. But then we have a New York U.S. death index, dying on 28th of May, 1893 in Philmont, New York. So let's click on that one. And so this is a possible record. If we go back to, let's leave this open. We're going to go back to William. We don't have a death date for him. And the last source we have for him is an 1870 census. Let's switch over to his wife, Catherine, and I'm going to click on her person page. And what's the last census we have on her? Okay, so we have a 1900 census for Kate Hagedorn. And let's click on that. Okay, so this shows marital status widowed in 1900. So he must have died before 1900. So if we click back on the other tab, if he died in 1893, that would make sense. But we don't know what county Philmont is in. So Catherine was living in Claverack, Township, Philmont Village. That has to be her husband's record. Why else would he be dead in Philmont? So Claverack Township, Philmont Village, Columbia, New York. So this proves that this is the right death date for William Hagedorn. So we're going to attach this record again using this RecordSeek shortcut. So I'm going to highlight William Hagedorn. I'm going to click on RecordSeek. It's got William Hagedorn's death. I'm going to click Save Now and Attach Later. We're going to close this box. It's going to bring up our old one. We're going to go back to Catherine. We're going to go to Details. Sorry, I'm going a little fast, but I'm just going back to William's record. So I got to go back down and click on her husband and go to his person page. So then we're going to scroll down. And well, first let's click on the sources. We're going to add a new source from the source box, because we just attached that record to the source box. And I like clicking better than typing in information. I could have typed in all this information, but I'm going to have to type it in, but not as a source. So explain why you attach this source. Wife is a widow in 1900 census in Philmont. So that's our proof that this, we think that this, we should attach this record. So now we're there. We go back to William Hagedorn, and this was 28th of May, 1893. So we're going to go down here, we're going to add 1893 as the date. So this just puts all of their records in chronological order, and that's kind of helpful. I'm going to scroll down here and hit save. And then we do have to manually enter in the death date. So we're going to click Edit, and date of death, I'm going to 28th of May, 1893. 28th May, 1893. Click on the calendar, standardized date. Enter the place, Philmont, New York. So this has Philmont, Claverack, Columbia, New York. That's exactly where it was. And we're going to click See attached death record as the reason this information is correct. So I'm going to click Save, and there we go. So now, because we have a death record, sometimes you'll get more information off of FamilySearch, but I'll do more of that searching next time. Because we have a little bit of time left, I'm gonna show you now. These kids don't have some of them don't have spouses yet, but I'm guessing that they would. Ellsworth, I've done some searching on him and I had a hard time finding any more information on him, but Anna definitely has a spouse. I'm going to click on her person page and open the link. And I'm going to close these other two links that we had before. So if we go to Anna Hagedorn, and her only census records are the 1865 and the 1870. We're going to do an Ancestry search. And a lot of times Ancestry does a better job at finding the married name of a person. We have just the algorithm they use for searching their records is more helpful for finding females after they're married. So here we have the 1865 census. Schenectady, New York, that doesn't look familiar. Okay, I'm not finding anything good here. Let's go back and look. Well, actually, I forgot. Sorry. With Ancestry, the best thing is actually to click on a record that you know they belong to, and then it gives us record hits. So scrolling down, you look at that list, and it didn't seem like there was a lot of good choices. But once you click on a record that you think belongs to them, then is when Ancestry kind of does a little jump and shows you, oh, see, Anna Albert. So she must have gotten married before 1900. We have her in the census record for the state of New York in 1865, and then we have the 1870 federal census. So here is Anna Hagedorn in a U.S. Social Security application, and then here's Anna Albert in the 1900 census. So let's look at this one in the Social Security application. So here we have her married to a Frank Albert and a child named Bertha Mary Albert. So this could be our Anna Hagedorn. Is there any way to link this? Is there any way to know for sure that this is right? Let's see. I'm going to click on Bertha Mary Albert. So now we're looking at the record of Bertha Mary Albert. It's a U.S. Social Security application. Her birth date was 3 January 1890. Her birthplace was Philmont, New York. So we know it's the right town. I mean, this is where her mom, Anna, was living with her parents. So that makes it seem like that would be correct. Let's look over here at some of these censuses. So here we have census records, New York State Birth Index. Let's look at this 1905 New York State census. Okay, so here, excuse me, she's living in Claverack, Columbia County, New York, which is the same place as Philmont. And let's scroll down. Oh, look, she's currently living with her grandmother, Kate Hagedorn, who's now 64 years old because it's 1905. So Kate Hagedorn is the mother, and there's a Mary Reagan, but who knows if that's a misspelling. Mary, who's 40. So if we go back to Anna Hagedorn, she has a sister named Mary, born in 1865. So in 1905, Mary would be 40. And then Bertha, who's now 15, we had her birth date as 1890. So I'm pretty sure, even though Bertha's not living with her mother, she's living with an aunt and her grandmother. So I'm pretty sure that it is the right Anna Hagedorn that was in that. I'm going to go back a couple of places where we were before, where we were looking at whether this is my Anna Hagedorn, which I think it is. So that means that her husband is Frank Albert. So because of all this information, I'm going to be able to attach a new husband and a child, and then we know that her sister Mary got married, and we'll find her husband. But I'm going to do that in another video, and we'll go ahead and stop there. So just to kind of summarize, it's really important to have a link to Ancestry from your FamilySearch account, and you can do that by going to the Partner Access page, which you can find in the site map at the bottom of the main page for FamilySearch. And then by doing Ancestry searches, you can also attach those records using RecordSeek, and I'll do another video about RecordSeek. But if you like this video, please click the like button. If you'd like to see more videos like this, you can go ahead and click the subscribe button. Again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next time.